You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, The Drummer. One evening, as the sun dipped low over the horizon, a young drummer named Elian wandered the fields, lost in the melody of his thoughts. He arrived at a lake shimmering under the twilight and noticed 3 small, white linen garments laid out on the shore. "Such finely made linen," he exclaimed, slipping one into his pocket without another thought. Upon returning home, Elian forgot about the garment as sleep beckoned. Just as he was about to drift off, he heard a faint voice calling him, "Drummer, awake! Drummer, awake!" The night was pitch black, and although he could see no one, he felt a presence swaying near his bed. "What do you want?" he asked. "Return the linen you took from the lake this evening," the voice implored. "Tell me who you are, and I shall return it," Elian replied. "Alas," the voice sighed, "I am a powerful king's daughter, but a witch has trapped me on Glass Mountain. Every day, my sisters and I must bathe in the lake, and without my robe, I cannot return. My sisters have left, but I must stay. Please, return it to me." "Fear not, young maiden," Elian said, retrieving the garment from his pocket and handing it to the shadow. As she took it and turned to leave, Elian called out, "Wait, perhaps I can help you. You can only help by climbing Glass Mountain and freeing me from the witch's grasp. But you cannot reach it, let alone ascend its peaks." "Nothing is impossible for me," Elian boasted, his heart moved by her plight. "But I know not the way. It lies through the Cannibal Woods," she informed before disappearing into the night. At dawn, Elian set off, drum slung over his shoulder, courage fueling his stride towards the ominous forest. As Elian entered the Cannibal Woods, he saw no giants, only the silence of the looming trees. Thinking to rouse any hidden foes, he beat his drum so loudly that even the birds were startled from their roosts. Soon, a giant, as tall as a pine tree, emerged, infuriated by the disturbance. "You fool, why do you wake my dreams with your drumming?" "I drum because 1,000 men follow me, guided by its beat," Elian lied boldly. "And what brings you and your army to my forest?" The giant bellowed. "To destroy you and all like you," Elian declared. The giant, troubled by this threat, pondered his options. Realizing the difficulty of catching nimble foes, he negotiated peace with Elian, offering to carry him to Glass Mountain. Thus, Elian rode atop the giant's shoulder, his drumbeat signaling an imaginary retreat. Along the way, they encountered other giants who, intrigued by Elian's courage, assisted him towards his destination, each carrying him further, until he finally stood at the base of Glass Mountain. At Glass Mountain, Elian faced his first challenge. The mountain was slick and steep, impossible to climb. As he pondered his next move, he overheard 2 men arguing over a magical saddle that could transport its rider anywhere instantly. Elian cleverly proposed a race to settle their dispute and seized the saddle for himself, reaching the summit in the blink of an eye. Atop Glass Mountain, Elian met an old witch guarding the princess. He agreed to perform 3 impossible tasks to earn shelter for the night. First, he was tasked to empty a pond with a thimble and sort the fish by kind and size. With the help of the princess, magically disguised as a maiden, he succeeded using a magical ring that commanded the elements. The second task was to cut down an entire forest and stack the wood by nightfall. Again, with the magical assistance of the maiden, the forest fell at a mere gesture, and the wood was prepared as required. The final challenge was to burn all the wood by sunrise. As Elian slept, the maiden used the ring to ignite a towering inferno, fulfilling the witch's demands. The next morning, the witch, pleased yet cunning, tested Elian one last time. She told him to retrieve a log from the heart of the fire. If he succeeded, he would win his freedom. Bravely, Elian stepped into the flames, which, enchanted by the ring, did not harm him. He emerged with the log, which transformed back into the princess, free from enchantment. The witch, defeated, tried to snatch the princess back, but Elian, remembering his trials and the power of true courage, cast the witch into the fire, ending her reign of terror. Elian and the princess returned to his village, where they were married amid celebrations and joyous drumming. The princess's magical ring brought them prosperity and peace, and Elian's drumming was forever remembered in songs and stories, a symbol of courage, love, and the rhythm that beats in the heart of every true adventurer. If you like the story, please give this video a like. For more stories, go to bedtimedreamytales.com. See you in the next story.